Hey, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Asta Was an Assassin, Part 2. And somewhat will be the end of this What If, because I only wanted to make it for like a movie, but I couldn't last time, so of course I wanted to just do it as a two-parter. So, of course, this is What If Asta Was an Assassin, Part 2, so yeah. This is part 2 of it. So let me begin into this what if and let me shut up. There's no recap because it hasn't been 1 month. A couple of what if I need to finish that are kind of very old for also what ifs and some are to what ifs, but yeah. But mostly also what ifs because they're 1 or 2 months old. But not the point. Let me go into the what if and let me shut up. But before I actually start, this week, this kind of week, not week, I am going to have the whole day off, like the whole week off, because I don't have school and other things. So yeah, no, I'm not in high school. I'm in a trade school, but don't worry about that. You don't need to know what trade I'm going into, but yeah, but not the point. Let me go back into this what if and let me shut up, okay? So we begin into where Asta's right now fighting against Yuno. Now Yuno keep trying to attack Asta, and of course Asta is shooting his flintlock bullets that has anti-magic in it. And of course every time Yuno tries to destroy those bullets with his wind blast, nothing works. Because those anti-magic bullets erases the magic that tries to hit them. But yeah. Of course that's where Asta's just beating the shit out of Yuno. And of course, Yuno does try to fight back, but of course, he's getting his ass beat. Now, of course, Mimosa and Noelle are trying to help Yuno, but of course, this is where a girl with kind of one side being white hair and the other side being black hair. Mostly, she has mostly black hair. It's 70% more black hair than white hair because, and her right side is kind of white hair, and her left side is mostly black hair. But yeah. Of course, it's half white, half black, but not really. It's more black than white, but yeah. But of course, she has green eyes and of course green lipstick. But of course, she's wearing her Assassin's Creed kind of outfit. And of course, this is where she has some magic, very interesting. She actually has 2 magic abilities. One is called Angel, and the other is called Fallen Angel. These 2 magic abilities is basically light and darkness. But yeah, this is a form that she actually managed to create from her light and darkness ability. But yeah. She's right now just laughing against Noelle Mimosa and easily dodging Noelle's attacks. Right now using either light or darkness. Now of course Noelle thinks that when this girl whose name what's it called? Her name is Yora, and of course, Yora is kind of laughing. Of course, when Yora kind of swings a blade that's made out of light, this is where Mimosa thinks it is going to shoot out a light slash and tries to block Noelle with some vines, but of course, it's a dark slash. It's so odd for them because light and darkness is actually pretty mixed into Yora's pretty much abilities. It can fake out both Mimosa and Noelle from either its speed or strength. Because you see here, Yora's abilities are light is speed, but isn't that strong in strength. Darkness is powerful in strength, but not as fast as light. So that's what her 2 abilities can do. But yeah, of course, both of them are so strong as hell, but still the most just strength and power and whatever. Of course, Noelle Mimosa keep dodging. Of course, Yora is pretty fast and easily managing to blitz them. Now, of course, Yora is doing that while Asta is right now in his Union Devil mode and beating the shit out of punching his ass, kind of knocking him out, kicking his ass, fighting in midair. Of course, Asta does smash Yuno to the ground, and Yuno does get up. Right now, just breathing really hard. Of course, they are no longer in Clover Kingdom. They're actually in Spade Kingdom. Yes, Asta punched the shit out of Yuno so hard to kind of smash him straight towards Spade Kingdom. Now, of course, multiple Dark Tribe members are actually filling the mana of Yuno. And of course, other what's it called Revolution Army are going, and even what's it called not. But also the Dark Tribe noticed what's it called Yuno's present. This is where when they all show up to see Yuno, this is where the Revolution Army says, "Is that the prince?" Some of them all kind of think about it. Not saying, "Why is the prince here?" No, this is bad. If he's here, he's going to die too early. This is where the Dark Tribe says, "Who is that?" And Veronica says, "I don't know. Why does he look like, what's it called, the queen and king from this region before we killed them?" Zenon says, "Because he's probably the prince, you idiot." That's where Dante says, "Huh, interesting. Why is he here? Also, why does he seem to have been really fucking hurt?" That's where a black shooting star from the sky smashes upon in front of Yuno. Of course, the figure transformed out of the Devil Unima and punches the shit out of Yuno's face. Right now, punching him into a wall and then kneeing him into a wall again. This is where Yuno is right now can't fight to hand combat with Asta. He's not specializing using hand-to-hand combat. He's been always just specializing using wind magic. But Asta's right now just beating his ass very close range, making sure that Yuno doesn't have time to actually use any of his wind magic. This is where Yuno tries to actually use his right hand to send a wind blast, but this is where Asta pulls out two flintlocks from his side of his mostly sides, mostly his waist and all that. One near his chest, waist, and all that. And this is where he pulls out two flintlocks and shoots two bullets that have anti-magic into Yuno right now, making sure that Yuno's right arm doesn't work. And this is where Asta starts punching him in the face, saying, "Come on, Yuno! Aren't you supposed to be the Prince of Spade? Let me show you what you can't do!" Uppercuts the shit out of Yuno. Yuno can't do shit right now in close combat, especially when Asta has a bunch of weapons, because he is an assassin. So of course he is specialized in weapons, hand-to-hand combat, like a lot of things, close range, long range, mid range. He is good against anything. But of course we go into a POV with three people: Jack and Yami, and also the Assassin's Creed leader. The Assassin's Creed leader, his name is Zaron, or not Zaron, Zakuron. This is where, Zakuron is right now just beating the shit out of some of the royals easily. Well, some of the nobles, while Jack is doing the same, and even Yami. This is where Jack says, "So, Zaron, the assassin leader. So, why is Asta so important to you? Did you know about his anti-magic?" And that's where, Zaron kicks the shit out of, this noble in the head and kind of kicking him into a wall. And of course, the noble's face is all cracked up, but yeah. This is where the assassin leader says, "Oh, I knew about that a little bit. He did show me about it when he kind of got it when he was actually 13. This is where Yami and Jack says, "I thought he would got it when he was 15. No, when he was 13. Yes, Asta, I kind of fucked up last time. I should have mentioned that he actually got it when he was actually 13. And how he actually kind of showed up to be fighting against, Renji, the Chain Dude, with the Grimoire, is because him and Libby has been friends since they were 13, and managed to kind of just show up. Well, Libby managed to just physically kind of appear with the Grimoire, showing that Asta got it when he was 15. But really, it's mostly when they met up when they were 13. And yes, became brother figures and all that. So of course, Zaron does know about Libby. So yeah. Also, before I go on any further, I just noticed one thing. There is a Naruto reanimation they're doing, and I might go watch it if they come out with that. But not the point. But what am I going on? I just went on to something sidetracked. It's because I just saw a notification of something. But yeah. But not the point. Let me go back to the what if. Zaron says, "Of course, I know he only got it when he was 13 years old. Libby and him has always been kind of like." This is where, he did, as Zaron says, "Libby and Asta always kind of been like two children that I never thought I was going to ever have. Two sons. But I don't mind with them kind of being so dumb half the damn time. This is what, well, Zordon does remember both Asta and Levi kind of just meeting up each other. And even Levi does actually show up in the actual, like human world and all that. And being either a ghost figure, the chibi form, mostly the tiny form, or even at the same height as Asta. But yeah, when they were 13. But when Asta was 13, he wasn't short. He wasn't 5'1". He was actually pretty tall. Also, right now, who he's fighting against Yuno is 6'1". Because Asta had an illusion where he had to kind of be short. He kind of asked for someone for a short illusion magic. Of course, every time Asta went into an anti-magic mode, it didn't get rid of it. So yeah. Of course, when Asta has enough anti-magic, it does get rid of the kind of, well, it was kind of a curse, but yeah. The curse to kind of help him, not really hurt him that much, but yeah. Of course, Asta's right now 6'1" and beating the shit out of, well, Yuno, but yeah. This is what, well, Zordon says, so yeah, it's like two children I never had. Well, then I did have my daughter, who I say likes, well, Asta a lot. This is where we're going to Yoda. And Yoda is right now just easily defeating Mimosa and Noelle, saying, "You girls are so annoying. You dare go after my man. I should kill you, bitches." This is where, well, she's smiling with this evil grin, and of course, this is where, well, she's also blushing the fact that she hasn't seen us in a while, and also still looks actually amazing. So yeah, this is where, well, we go back into Zora. Zordon is right now saying, but even though I don't care about his anti-magic, his skills in being an assassin, he learns super quick, and pretty much a very smart kid. Yami says, I see. So have you teach him the ways of ki before? That's to where Zordon says, nope, I haven't actually teach him that. He actually never actually learns that. And I'm guessing you, Yamisuke and Nero, decide to actually teach him about it. That's where Yami says, yeah. And I'm surprised that he learned so fast on how to actually use it. So where, well, Zordon says, well, I have a theory on why Asta can learn pretty damn fast. Well, not a theory. Not actually a theory. And who his actually father and grandfather was. That's what, well, is both Yami and Jack stopped and froze for a second. And actually, they don't know about Asta's, like, family and parents. They only know that Asta's an orphan, and that's all, and has anti-magic. Zordon does know a little bit about Asta's mother, but doesn't have much of a theory on who Asta's father truly is. He kind of knows a little bit of who Asta's grandfather might be, and have another theory on who Asta's father might be. But yeah, as what, well, they asked who Asta's grandfather was, and of course it worked. Well, what's it called? Zordon says that Asta's grandfather is an assassin that actually was one of the very first kind of assassins to ever live, kind of near at the kind of first Wizard King's kind of beginning. Of course, he was born to kind of get rid of corruption, and of course, he is kind of an ex-noble. This is where, well, they're thinking, in who in history is an ex-noble but turned into an assassin? This is where they're like confused. This is where, well, what's it called? Zordon says, if you want to know, I can tell you. This is where Yami grabbed one of the noble's head and smashing it into the wall, and Jack ripped the hell out of a noble by kind of transforming a leg into a knife and just cutting the shit of him. But yeah, this is where Yami and Jack says, yeah, tell us. This is where, well, Zordon says, of course, I'll tell you. This is where, well, Zordon says, his grandfather's name was Ezreal Auditorian. This is where, well, they, both Yami, well, mostly Jack, kind of widened his eyes. A famous assassin, a very famous assassin, that used to be an ex-noble, who kind of, his father was assassin, mostly Ezreal's father, who was actually a duke for what's it called, like a kind of small lord, kind of noble, very powerful in magic and all them other things. And of course, did help the first Wizard King in a lot of things. Of course, when the father was assassin, Ezreal became, well, an ex-noble because his family was kind of thrown into, well, ruins. Of course, Ezreal became an assassin, a very powerful assassin. And of course, is where, well, no one could ever go against Ezreal, thanks to his abilities and how powerful he was as an assassin in magic. This is where they won their eyes. And Ezreal was actually very gifted in actually learning pretty much a lot of things. And very fast in learning other things, magic and other things. This is where, well, Zoltan says, so, that is Asta's grandfather. His father is named... Actually, I think I mixed the Ezreal and Ardorian's kind of backstories of the Assassin's Creed. I think Ardorian was the ex-noble, if I can remember right, fuck. Because Assassin's Creed 3, well, mostly, yeah, Assassin's Creed 3, Ezreal was kind of a Spanish assassin, and Ardorian was, I think, the ex-noble one, or, I don't remember, fuck, I haven't actually played in a while. But of course, is where, well, or I haven't really watched the kind of, like, assassin thing in a while, but, or story in a while, but yeah. So, of course, I'm actually gonna do this. So, of course, Ardorian was actually Asta's grandfather, and of course, Ezreal was what's it called, Turnil, was actually Asta's father. This is where, well, Jack and Yami were shocked to hear about the lineage of what Asta's, well, parents are. They are very powerful assassins, and their magic abilities were much more powerful. Of course, that doesn't explain why Asta doesn't have magic. This is where, well, Zaron explains that why Asta doesn't have magic is because, well, Ezreal, who is what's it called, Asta's father, kind of took a dip into a girl that had, well, cursed that Zor's magic that probably kind of messed up the lineages of a very powerful magic being in Asta to being anti-magic instead. This is where, well, Yami says, damn. Ezreal is crazy. This is where, well, Zadon says, yeah, I think so. But I think he also did it with Key, so he wouldn't get hurt too much about it. This is where, well, Yami does remember a little story of an assassin going into the land of Sun and learning about Key faster than anyone was ever able to be. Even the 7 Ryun dragons or whatever, the 7 dragons or whatever, could not keep up with this man's speed and learning. And of course, if Asta learned about Ki even more advanced, he's able to be an unstoppable force just like his father. And that's where Yami says, I can't really teach him anything further about Ki. But if he does go to the land of Sun, ooh, he's gonna be broken as well. This is where, well, the assassin leader says, I hope so. Well, don't worry about him. He's right now should be kicking the shit of the Yuno kid. That's where, well, Asta then looks at Yuno, and this is where Yuno is right now coughing up blood because Asta has, well, a Reaper and a Katana right now in both of his hands. That's where Asta says, you giving up, Yuno? You giving up on life? That's where Yuno says, fuck. He gets stabbed in the kidney because Asta says, what were you gonna say, Yuno? I didn't hear you. Can you speak up a little bit louder? This is where Yuno's like coughing up blood. Of course, this is where Dark Disciples and even the Dark Tribe are seeing how Asta is torturing Yuno. This is where the Revolution is just shocked to see Yuno being tortured right in front of their eyes. They are shocked that the Dark Disciples, even Dark Tribe, managed to get their hands on their prince. But not already know who Asta is. One thing that's shocking for him is how the fuck did he escape prison? And how the fuck is he this tall and this powerful with his anti-magic? The only information he managed to get one time when he went back to the kind of, well, Clover is that Asta was in prison. And Yuno was discovered to be the prince. Yeah. He doesn't know about any of this. But one thing that not sees on Asta that's kind of like going as a necklace is this necklace of the Assassin's Creed. Now, knows nothing too little about the assassins. And if Asta was an assassin the whole damn time, that just changes the game. Saying that Asta is just broken right now. Because if he was an assassin to be in the beginning with, then the Clover Kingdom is fucked. So yeah, Nock is just saying, oh shit, you can't be serious. This is where Knock can't get in front of, well, where, what's it called, and Asta are fighting, because he doesn't want to, well, let the Dark Tribe know that he's here, or there, been a while, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Knock kind of sees that the Dark, mostly disciples, are now going towards Asta to try to attack Asta and Yuno. This is where Asta sees the Dark Disciples rushing towards him. This is where Asta uses his katana one, adds anti-magic, and says anti-magic infinity slice. This is where he swings it horizontal, and this is where all those people get slashed in half and killed. This is where, well, the Revolution Army is just shocked. This is where Yuno says, damn it, where are we? We're in Spade, you idiot. This is where Asta then kind of like stabs multiple knives into Yuno, anti-magic knives, and making sure that he doesn't move or anyone else decides to just help him. This is where Asta speaks up. Welcome, you fucks from the Spade Kingdom. This is your prince, right? Yuno, whatever fucking name is your last name. I don't give a shit that much. This is the prince of the Spade Kingdom. The prick that I fucking hate for my rest of my life. I am Asta. This is where Asta doesn't explain his last name, because Asta, he knows about it, but he doesn't say it much. This is where Asta says, and I am here to destroy your prince and the Dark Tribe. You think I don't know about you fucks? Yeah, I know about all of you. Now fuck off. This is where, well, Yuno says, you can't do this to me, you Asta. If you kill me, then the army would just go after the Clover Kingdom. And this is where Asta says, yeah, and blah, blah, blah. They would try to kill me, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I know. But I don't care. Asta stabs his, well, Reaper sword into Yuno's heart. And this is where, oh, Yuno's mother says, no. She can't really scream. And of course, this is where the Revolution Army just shocked. This is where Asta just killed the prince. This is where Asta doesn't care. This is where Asta goes into double union mode and rushes towards Dante, Zenon, and even Vanica. This is where, oh, all three of them are shocked to see 100% double union mode power. This is where Noct is shocked to even see 100%. This is where Asta says, surprise. This is where Asta says, Demon Slayer, Demon Destroyer, Demon Dweller. This is where 3 swords appear from a grimoire behind Asta. This is where Asta has his, well, Reaper and his katana into the, mostly his katana into the right hand of his, and the Reaper into his left hand. But yeah. This is where, well, Asta says, surprise, you fucks. 5 style. This is where, well, Asta says, fit styles. Or not fit style. He says, 5 style sword technique. Obliteration. Well, anti-magic. Obliteration. This is where Asta appears behind all 3 of them. And this is where, well, Zenon, Vanica, and even Dante could not react fast enough. And this is where they get cut into a million pieces. This is where, well, the Demon Slayer, the Demon Dweller, and even the, what's called, Demon Destroyer, were spinning very high speeds. And of course, when Asta did appear behind, well, behind them. Of course, they're right now spinning, but of course they stop. And this is where Asta changes his katana to grab the Demon Dweller and then send anti-magic slashes in front of him. This is where, well, if that didn't kill them, the first technique, then the second technique should be killing them. This is where, well, the first technique actually kills Vanica. The second technique actually kills Zenon. And the third technique doesn't, well, Dante is shocked. He managed to, well, not get killed from, well, both of those things. Of course, regeneration is just shit right now, but this is where Asta says, oh, you're not dead, good. This is where, well, Asta says, oh, you're not dead. Dante is shocked. He can't go into well, mostly double mode anymore. He lost connection with the king of the demons, Lucifer. That's where Asta says, good. That's where Asta, he lets go of both of his blades right now that were right now in his hand, right now floating. He kind of let them out of his hand. This is where Asta then appears with 2 hidden blades in his hand. This is where Asta says, so, this is where Asta says, goodbye, you pathetic weakling. Secret assassin technique. Assassination, anti-magic. Autorial family assassin. What's it called? 2 double twin stabs. So yeah. Let me say that again. He says anti-magic. a total family tree double assassination. This is where Asta stabs what's called Dante into, well, his chest. One into his heart and one into his kidney. So yeah, one of the hidden blades. This is where, well, Asta pulls out his two blades out of what's called Dante. But of course, Dante is shot, and this is where Dante dies right in front of Asta. Right now being pushed backwards because Asta just kicked him, saying, "Get the fuck off of me." Dante is dead now. Asta says, "Well, those were weak." This is where, well, Asta puts back his, well, hidden blades into, well, his spot. And this is where, well, Asta then sees Noct, and this is where he kind of looks like Noct, who was actually, well, the vice captain of the Black Bulls, but yeah. Asta then just appear right in front of Noct and says, "Sup, vice captain?" Or should I say, just a vice captain for the Black Bulls. This is where Noct says, "How are you out of prison?" Asta says, "Oh, I escaped. You see here, being an assassin would start the revolution army if they were ever decide to put me in death trial for no other reason than fucking being a noble." This is what, well, Noct says, "Why did you kill the Prince of Spade?" "Oh, he was a prick and he should have deserved it." This is what, well, Noct says, "I don't know what really happened and I don't really care. But even though you defeated the Dark Tribe and, well, defeated the Prince of Juno, I think I can't let you escape." This is where, well, Asta says, "Well, bye, sucker." This is where Asta starts flying away. This is where Noct says, "Hey, you can't leave now." This is where Asta says, "Bye." This is where Asta leaves, but yeah. This is where, well, we go into Asta right now just being, well, going straight towards where it was a car. Yorin is right now fighting against Mimosa and Noel. This is where we go into Yorin. Yorin is kind of laughing at them, saying, "You girls are really weak. I thought is this really what all the power of the Clover Kingdom can possess? You girls are really weak. Not gonna lie. Really, really weak. How will you ever stand up? How will your, what's it called, boyfriend or whatever, or whatever his name is, stand up against mine?" This is where Yorin is right now is smiling, giggling. And this is where, well, she then thinks of and of course her face is red and all that. This is where she's having a blood nose, but yeah. This is where, well, Mimosa and Noel says, "You bitch, we won't give up. We will stop you and Asta from killing you know." This is where Asta appears right next to Yorin in your Yuri or Yarin or whatever her name is. What did I say again? Fuck, let me remember. Her name is Yora, and of course this is where, well, both Mimosa and Noel freezes. This is where Yora says, Asta? Are you done? Please tell me you're done." This is where she's smiling with this evilish grin, and this is where Asta grabs her from the waist and says, "Of course I'm done. You think I was gonna lose? You know, for thinking I was gonna lose, I should punish you." This is where Jordan says, "Really?" "I'm just kidding. I didn't think you were gonna lose. I knew you were gonna win. You are the strongest assassin right now." This is where, well, Asta says, "Tch. Oh, really? I thought you would like being punished." This is where she says, "Maybe." This is where both Mimosa and Noel say, "Hey, what happened to Yuno?" They scream at Asta. Asta says, "Oh, Yuno? He's dead. He's been dead for about 5 minutes." This is where Noct appears saying, "Asta." This is where Asta says, "Kuh. You're really annoying, Noct. But I won't kill you." This is where Asta appears with his one of katanas. But this is where, well, Noct says, "You said you weren't gonna kill me, but yet you're not." This is where Asta uses the back handle of the katana and smashes, well, mostly the flat side, and smashes upon, well, Noct's head, right now smashing him to the ground. This is where, well, Yura says, "Ooh, very violent you are, Asta. I didn't expect it to be this violent." This is where Asta says, "Well, I am gonna be violent, so I don't care that much. So let's go back to your father." This is where Yorin says, "Oh, are you finally gonna propose to me right in front of my father?" Asta says, something like that. Asta smiles with this evilish grin. This is where Yora says, she also grins a little bit. This is where Mimosa and Noel says, "We won't let you." This is where, well, Asta says, "I can't believe you haven't actually killed him. I might just sit here and wait until you kill them." Yora says, "Tch, Fine, I killed him. That's where Yora appears with two swords. Right now, one being a katana and one being a reaper, kind of copying what Asta's style is. And this is where she says, "Heavenly demonic slashes." This is where, well, she appears behind both Mimosa and Noelle. This is where Noelle becomes darkness and actually dies, right now falling down to the ground. And Mimosa just been cut into light, just pieces. This is where, well, Yara says, "So are we done? Can we go now?" This is where Asta says, "Of course we can go." Asta lends his hands. This is where both she grabs her, and of course they leave. They go back to the kingdom. Now, of course, when they show up to the kingdom is right now kind of being destroyed, being pushed back the royals. This is where Nozel and Fulgolin are trying to stop this. But of course, where Asta appears right now, fighting against him, and of course, we go into a time skip. The royals that were left over were, well, not that many. Leftover royals were, well, the exit royals, but of course, no one really cared about the exit royals. But the leftover kind of people that were standing between those people who would be free, mostly free away from a monarch and other, was a Wizard King left. This is where, well, Julie says, "Ha ha ha ha. Can we talk about this?" Zoran says, "No." This is where, well, Yami says, "Nah, hell," and like, "Hell nah." Jack says, "Fuck that." Shar says, "Mm-mm." This is where, well, Asta says, "Screw that idea." Yora says, "I don't really know much, but I go along with Asta's idea most of the time." This is where, well, she says, "Yeah, so fuck no." This is where, well, Julie says, "Come on. We can talk about this, right?" Asta says, no. This is where, Asta says, "Libby." Libby says, "Got it." This is where he pulls out the Reaper and, of course, anti-magic. That's where he throws it towards, well, Julius. Julius tries to use Chromostate and realizes it's a bad idea. But, of course, the Reaper does stab upon him, but doesn't actually kill him. And instead, rip out a soul from Julius and smash it into the wall. This is where the soul actually has a physical body now. And, of course, this is where, well, Julius says, "Ow. What was that? Why do I feel weaker now?" It's where, well, the person that smashed into a wall is not other than what was his name? Lucifer? No. Lucifer. No, not Lucifer. What's it called? Lucas. His name was Lucas. And of course, this is where, well, Elsa says, "Yo." This is where Lucas says, "How do you know I was there?" "I'm not an idiot. I knew you were there for a while. So I should probably kill you now." Lucas says, "I won't die. Screw that idea." This is where, well, Lucas tries to attack Asta until Asta stabs a hidden blade into Lucas' neck. This is where, well, Lucas mostly tries to attack Asta, but Asta did this mostly to me. So this is where, well, Lucius still tries to attack Asta, but of course, Asta ducked down and, of course, stab him right in the head with the hidden blade. This is where Lucius says, "You bastard." Lucius kind of falls backwards and dies. Asta says, "Well, that's too interesting for you, idiot. Die and stay dead." Julia says, "Well, I didn't know I had another soul inside me. That's quite interesting." Yeah. Well, everything is now done, and we can go on our merry way and have no more of a monarch and no more royalty or anything like that. Julia says, "But I'm royalty." "Yeah, but at least you were kind, unlike the other scumbags I don't like." Julia says, "Okay, does that mean I'm no longer a Wizard King?" You can be the Wizard King, you just don't have any power over a bunch of people. That's what, well, Julia says, "Like a protector." "Yep, like a protector," Asta said. That's where Julia says, "Got it." This is where we go into a time skip of where Asta kind of go into the land of Sun and training in Ki, just to see how fast he will actually learn it. He learned it in actually a couple of days, and also met a girl named, well, mostly Yami and Zorin, and even what's called Yora was there. And of course, they mostly met the Shogun, and that is Ryuma Raito. And of course, they also met, well, what's it called? Well, Yami's younger sister, and I forgot her name. Oh, wait, let me remember. They kind of met Yami's sister, and that her name is Yami Ichika. Almost Ichika, another. And of course, she glares at everyone, and of course, Ryuma is kind of talking to them. And that's where Ichika had to train Asta and what's it called, Ki and Advance and all that. And Asta learns to pretty damn quick, and Ichika does fight against Asta, and Asta defeats her pretty easily. Ichika did try to use her Ki to kind of sense where Asta would be, but Asta made sure that his Ki was kind of unsensible. And this is where, well, she realized that she was actually fighting against a very powerful assassin. She heard of the assassin, what's it called, Israel, being in what's it called, the Land of Sun and other before, and of course how powerful he was. And of course she was shocked to even believe that Asta was actually the son of Israel. Even Ryuma was actually pretty dumbfounded, but he actually figured it out thanks to his eye ability. But yeah, now of course Ryuma was really fucking pissed the fact that after Yami kind of became bigger and taller and almost kind of famous in the Clover Kingdom, he should have visited a while ago. And Ryuma was right now trying to kill Yami for the fact that Yami didn't visit. Yami is right now running like hell, but yeah. This is where Ichika is actually helping Ryuma to actually kill, well, Yami. This is where Yami says, shit. Asa, help! Asa says, you're fine. This is where Yoda says, at least. This just seems funny as hell. This is where, what's it called? She said. This is where both Asta and Yoda are kind of giggling and laughing. Of course, they're 17 now because it's been 2 years after a while. This is where, well, Zoran, who's actually still the captain or multi-leader of the assassins, kind of turn around straight towards both Asta and Yoda, kind of laughing at it. And this is where, well, Zora says, or not Zora, Zoran says, so, when are you two going to finally get married and bring me grandkids? This is where Yoda kind of blushes, like, a lot. And this is where, well, Asta becomes also red. And this is where, well, they kind of scream out perp and just, like, say, go away. This is where, well, Zoran is kind of laughing, but yeah. Of course, we go into a time skip about a couple of years later. Of course, before that, we go into Asta going into the demon world with having Ki. Of course, this is where Yoda actually came along, with her abilities being very stronger. Of course, they were 18 at that time when they went into the demon world and destroyed all the demons. Asta's Ki was so much stronger, and his assassin techniques were so much more perfect and much more powerful. In his double union mode, he easily destroyed so many devils, even Lucid K, from ever being able to go into the mortal realm ever again. So what? Well, Asta and Yoda kind of goes off, and we go into a time skip of, well, 10 years later. Mostly, both Yoda and Asta are now 28, of course having a child, who is named, well, Asta, mostly, what's it called? So, of course, their child's name is Azura, and of course, where his name is Azura Antonio, Arturo, and, what's it called? Also, very last name is for, well, the assassins and all that. But yeah, why not? It's just, that's his last name, Arturo. Of course, where, well, he is also, well, very powerful and was called using his mother's magic, mostly dark and light, and also using anti-magic. Mostly his magic is called what? His magic actually you just call opposite. Mostly it's kind of the opposite version of, well, dark and light, being different colors. Mostly dark is like light version, and what's called the light is dark version. And it has this anti-magic kind of effect to it. But yeah, this one, well, he is pretty damn strong, and of course his age is kind of like being 7 years old. But yeah, of course this is where, well, he can't really outspeed or maneuver his father, because his father still kicked his ass pretty easily in assassin techniques. This is where, well, his mother is still powerful enough to kick his ass, but yeah. This is where, well, he meets his grandfather, but yeah, and his grandfather always makes kind of small pervert jokes around what's it called, around, well, his, what's it called, mother and father, Azura mostly. And of course, it worked, well, when, what's it called, mostly his mother and father kind of hears about this, they punch the shit out of, well, his grandfather, but yeah. This is where, well, Asta and what's it called, Yura are right now just living life. Of course, they're still an assassin and all that, but they were teaching Azrael how to become an assassin in the near future. But this is the end of this what if. Yes. I know some people might not like the ending or whatever. I don't care, but whatever. I just don't care. So this is the end of this what if. Of course, it was supposed to be along this part with the movie, but since last time I didn't have enough time, this is part 2 of it. But yeah, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sweet potato, and good night, potato. But yeah.